Hey, how's it going today, guys? This is Eddie from Vivisipulture and Ice Giant, and I just wanted to talk to you today and give you a couple tips on how you can loosen up for your next show, get ready. Maybe you have a new band starting out, maybe you do this every day. So your preparation for the show is going to start long before, hopefully, the day of the show. You've gotten this confirmed, you know you're playing it, and hopefully the rest of the bill is already stacked and you don't have to facilitate anything with the show. If you're not acting as promoters, then know who you need to talk to and know what information you need to get. I'm assuming the promoter has set this up with you, so you want to get from him like what time should we be there for load-in, what kind of stage setup is there. You're going to want to know where you're playing the show, what equipment you need to bring, and the kind of setup that's going to be there. So ask the promoter if he has a quick line to the sound guy, and just talk to him. If you have like tracks going out, you're going to want to make sure the guy's going to have a DI box there. Know if you need to bring some extra power strips, any extra cables, and try to be as self-sufficient as possible. But know your ground, know what you're going to be walking into, and hopefully set up a sound check with the sound guy. You can also go and talk to your fellow bands. Maybe you've already played with these bands before, but you guys can do a lot of good work together in building up hype for this show, and making the show easier as you go as well. So basically, you would have wanted to have talked to all these people, so you're not walking into any surprises like you have someone in your band who's under 21, and all of a sudden the venue has a 21 plus, some kind of sound equipment that you need that you thought might be there wasn't there. Communicate with everyone you can so you know exactly what you need, and that's communicated to everybody. As you talk to your other bands that are sharing the bill with you, you can discover more things that are going to help make the show easier, like backlining if you're going to be interested in that. And as going forward, the promotion, which you guys can all work together on. So next step, you have all the pieces that you need, the what, the where. So you want people at this show, and you want it to help build your brand. So make building your brand and content coincide with the fact that this date is coming up. The fact that you're building hype around the show, just puts you in more people's faces. It'll perpetuate your motion too. So promote your ass off, and you want to like talk to people. You don't need to be that obnoxious guy, and if people don't want to come, they don't want to come. But just let people know what's going on, let people know what's going to be happening there, and just like show them that's going to be a good time. You go have a good time, have a great attitude about it, and people will want to come be around that. So you've got all your social media outlets that you're going to want to have your band already set up on platforms for, your Facebook, your Instagram, your Twitter. Blast it on all of these, and you're not going to want to make every post about this upcoming show. You're going to want to mince it up with some content, obviously. Memes, whatever, whatever your bag is. But yeah, find ways to have fun with the promotion for the show. Use pictures, use things you've used, make new videos, anything that can break away from the flyer, posting a flyer every day, and yeah, have fun with getting the word out. So you're going to want to know that you're walking in there with yourself ready to go, all your shit is in order, and you're not going to be figuring out things as you're getting there. So wherever you're practicing, your practice room, wherever you have your setup, make sure everything's working. Double check those wires, make sure everything's nice, tight on the end of the instrument cables, inputs in the amp. If you have a tube amp, change those out, give them some love every 8 months. Upkeep your equipment so you know it's going to hold up for you when you have to throw it in a van and get it kind of jumbled up and then throw it on stage for a quick load in. It never hurts to have backup guitars. I always have one with me. The second you break a string, you want to be able to snag a guitar up real quick. Anything that you need that you think will give you a backup, but you want to have all your gear tested out, making sure it's organized, because not only do you have to fit all this shit in probably one car, you want to be able to unravel it nice and easy when you jump on the stage and not have to spend time making sure you're good and set up and unraveling cables and shit. So the day of the show has come, and you've been practicing hard, and you've been rehearsing with the band, you've been thinking about this a lot. A couple of things that can mentally set you up better for a better set, better night. Don't think about it too much, as it's kind of hard to say that, but you've been thinking about this kind of every day leading up to it, or you've been practicing a lot, and your brain can get kind of tight on you. So like you don't want to roll in, or like day of, you don't want to wake up that morning and run your set 3 times. You'll just go to the show and be thinking of parts instead of a nice fluid motion of playing the songs you know that you know. And everyone has their own warm up routine. I personally don't like to like get with the band or play a whole set the day of the show, or play the whole set while I'm here. I sit and do some warm ups and make sure my hands are nice and loose. But that's the thing, you want to get nice and loose. You're not trying to. It's the day of the show. If you don't know those songs, you're not going to know them now. So just make sure you're loose, and that attitude is like, this is the day of. I've tried my best, and that leads to what always cures my stage anxiety is being prepared. That's just been the biggest antidote for that is practicing. Go figure. When you're not thinking about the parts of songs, or like, oh, I hope I remember this part coming up, your mind is free to have fun. And when you do that, it's more of a big fluid motion, and you're not dissecting the parts as it's happening, and that's just how you hit a flub. And also, if you like cram the set a couple of times before you go play the gig in a couple hours, and you hit a little flub, you're only going to be thinking of that leading up to it. So jam a bunch of the days before. Make sure you're nice and prepared weeks out, and nice, good and rehearsed with everybody. When that day rolls around, just go in ready to have fun, and then just roll with it, because it'll just happen. You know these songs. I have friends that try yoga before a show. I have friends that just kind of go sit in a corner by themselves and hum a few things. Have your warm-ups. Have what gets you nice and loose, but just be ready to go in and have fun. Don't be thinking too much. So you've diagnosed your gear, it's healthy and ready to go. Everything is nice and organized, you got it bagged up, ready to go out the door, and you know where everything is. You double counted for everything. You know where you're going, so make sure you get there on time. Account for traffic, account for having to load everything into the van, account for a Taco Bell stop. It is going to be needed. Next thing is load in efficiently. So get there, go in and check in. Use every time to your advantage. The more time that you spend getting everything in place to where it's nice and comfortable, you know the lay of the land, and you can get into a nice healthy sound check, then you're going to be rolling pretty good. So you've loaded in, you're set up, your amp is set and working and not on fire. You got your pedals in a good position, and sorry, I'm speaking guitar wise, but like, you know what I'm talking about. You got your setup, you're ready to go. Take your sound check really seriously, because there's a lot of shit's about to happen. There's a good chance that you're not going to be able to hear much besides yourself. But if you have a good sound check, and hopefully you do have a monitor system, you can be like, hey, can I get more of the guitar on the other side of this from the other side of the stage? So you can, because when you go on stage, sometimes when you're not hearing certain things, they can just throw you off, throw off your balance, and it's weird how it's kind of centered around that too. Appreciate your sound check, communicate with your sound guy. Let him know what you need to hear everyone else, and make sure that you're just in good proximity, a good zone to hit your best stride in the performance. And as you're doing this, start to hype yourself up, and you're ready to have fun. Everyone's there to have fun. Everyone wants to see you do well, and you've been working hard for it. You enjoy a great show. Well, thank you so much, guys. I really hope some of this helped you out. I would like to have more of these discussions. I might lead more into this and kind of go to 10 steps that will help you just liven up your performance a bit, and mental things to have for what people might be seeing and what you might not be seeing, because you're inside your body and other people are out of it. Hopefully not all the time. But anyway, guys, thank you so much. Please leave a comment. Let me know what you would like to see on this channel. Much more coming at you guys. This is Eddie Shiflett, and y'all have a great day.